And we are live. What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from the Inner Circle. Welcome to episode 4 of the Xbox versus PlayStation podcast. As you guys can see on the panel, we are missing Miss Minnie. She went MIA. If anybody know what Miss Minnie is, kick her in her rear end because she is missing. So today it will be 2v1, which is okay because last week it was 3v2 in favor of PlayStation. So we're going to flip it this week. So I guess it's a good thing Miss Minnie is missing. So we're going to start off with the introduction. We're going to introduce, start off with my co-host, Mr. Nickodemus X.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? What is good, Fame subscribers? Yeah, I'm alone this week. I don't know. Why have you forsaken me, Crunk Girl? Leaving me with these Xbox guys? No, but it's all good. It's definitely going to be a good show as usual. I'm ready to talk about games and PlayStation and Xbox. So let's get this thing going.
All right, and we got somebody who was almost just as late as Miss Minnie. We got Mr. Kevin here.
Hey, but late is better than not showing up at all, right?
This is true.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was explaining. I always leave I leave all the tabs open so that I have all my social medias up there in case something goes up and I need to see it. And I don't know what came across my mind to make me think to close out Twitter. Like I had okay, being a white man, I had a blonde girl moment, all right? Yeah, that was me. I made everybody late today. I was that guy.
You sound like the people at work, because I'm a manager, so you sound like them with these whack-ass excuses for being late for work.
I set the alarm, but it didn't go off.
Yeah,
I overslept.
Or my dog
the
got
traffic
hit by
was just
a car.
crazy. I couldn't log in. It was nuts, man. It wasn't even my fault.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you sound.
We're going to start with the releases of the week and compare the two and see who came out on top. So we're going to let Nickodemus go first since he is by himself. Nick, what's the list of games, all games that released on PlayStation this week?
Okay, thank you. That's Southern hospitality right there. So, yeah, I appreciate that. So I'm going to start off first and foremost with Brutal, released just yesterday, actually. It's a part of the Play 2016 promotion on PS4 right now. And so this game is made by Stormcloud Games. It's a game that's near and dear to our hearts because we actually interviewed Richard Wood from Stormcloud Games a couple of months ago, and I've been playing it, definitely enjoying it. It's frustrating as hell. Like this game has the nerve to be permadeath, but yet have slippery cliffs all throughout the game. So it's been annoying, and I've actually tweeted them telling them how annoying it is. But anyway, next, Indigo Prophecy by Quantic Dream is a re-release of an old game. It's a port, basically, of an old game years ago. I think this is actually the first Quantic Dream game that they ever made. So that actually got released this week. The Biggin was released this week as well. No Man's Sky, the open universe game that we've been waiting for years from Hello Games, is out right now. And then also we have a weird little game. It's called Emily Wants to Play. I checked out the trailer for this thing. It's only $5, but it is so freaky. It's like basically you're a pizza guy who's making his nightly deliveries, and he gets to the last house before it's time for him to go home. He knocks on the door, no one answers, and it opens. He walks in like an idiot. The door closes behind him, and there's these freaky ghost little girls that basically want to play, and these weird, scary dolls in the house, and you got to figure out how to get out the house and how basically to survive the night. It's really freaky. So I definitely won't be playing it because I'm a coward. I hate games like that, but that's also out. And that's really it. There's another game. I couldn't pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to tell y'all.
That was okay.
Yo, what up, Matt? What up? Welcome, Matt. New type to the podcast.
The cavalry has arrived.
There we go.
Wait, Matt.
Whoa.
Whose side you?
PS4, man.
Man, this is supposed to be a handicap match. You can bring
know,
up.
right?
No, we gotta keep it fair. We gotta keep it fair.
You
Hey,
see,
it wasn't. It wasn't.
He was about to Tanya Harding him, man.
yo, I can always definitely count on my TiC brothers. So I appreciate that.
Nick had it 3 versus 2 a couple of weeks ago.
I did.
These
That one
PlayStation dudes, man, y'all don't play fair. Like y'all trash.
Nah, all this generation we've been bullying you guys, and it's going to continue.
It's
going to continue.
Okay.
PS4
So,
is the best box, and I am on the winning team.
Oh, wow.
I think that's a shot at KidSmoove.
I like that better than KidSmoove, honestly.
That's trash. Hey, Kevin. Wait a minute. But before we keep going, new type. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my bro.
What's up, guys? New type or Matt? Matt's fine. Just one of the writers on TiC. Good to be here with you guys today. Let's talk about games.
And don't let him fool y'all. Matt more of a Nintendo person. I think.
He is.
True. I'm a reformed Nintendo fan. I saw the light with Sony.
Wow.
There we go.
I know to kick new type off the roster. Kevin, man, let's talk about the Xbox releases for this week, man. I'm already gonna tell you right now. I think PlayStation gonna win this category, but what we got, man? What we got?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So this week we started on technically Monday. You know, since we're not allowed to count the weekends. But so on Monday we had Kingdom New Lands was available. On Tuesday, Ben-Hur became available. KidSmoove really liked that game so much that he got all of the achievements for it.
Apparently the achievements are really freaking easy.
I know. He's a cheating little bastard.
On Wednesday, we got a game called A Node. It kind of looks like Tetris. And then we got another one called #KillaZombies.
Which Killer Zombies looks dope as hell.
Killer Zombies, I've heard of that one before. Is it like kind of like pixelated in a way, or?
Yes, slightly.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard of that. I think I've seen it before. But it looks
Killer
fun.
Zombies look dope. You actually, you actually surviving wave after wave after wave. It's a top-down shooter. It actually looks pretty good. It's only $12. And then we had another one. I'm screwing up here. Cannon Brawl, which you have to pilot this airship, and it's like a co-op game. And it's basically a typical, me versus you, shoot 'em up, blow stuff up, shoot cannons across. So not the biggest week for Xbox. I would definitely humble myself and say that the PlayStation has a better release. And of course, everyone knows Transformers dropped this week too. It's a multiplayer game, right?
Yeah, it did. I saw that. Fall of Cybertron dropped. Yeah. Is that actually a remaster or just like a little port or something like that?
It looks more like a port to me. I can't confirm that. I haven't looked too much into it just because I believe it's a port.
I played the hell out of that game on 360, so it's really a good game. If you haven't played it, I recommend it.
But yeah, I can't even front PlayStation won it by a landslide.
Yeah, these games they got this week on PlayStation have been seem like they're pretty good. I mean, I can definitely account for Brutal. Indigo Prophecy, nah, don't look good to me. But I know a lot of people were hyped for it, so whatever.
I mean, but I'm still happy that the fact that you'll be witnessing greatness fairly soon. I know this was a bad week, but you will be witnessing greatness.
But he's the king of indies, so this would have been a great week for him.
Actually, yes. If you have an Xbox, Nick, since you are the king of indies and indie games matter, you would enjoy the Xbox more.
They do.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I haven't seen the games y'all talking about. Besides Killer Zombies, I haven't seen any of the games y'all talking about. But hey, definitely worth looking into if they are indie games. Definitely worth looking into. You don't want to miss out. So I agree with that. But yeah, No Man's Sky pretty much killed all that because that is the granddaddy of all indies because it is an indie game.
By technical terms.
It is.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it if it was supported as much as it was hyped. That's all I want to see.
You want to see that?
If it was supported, because it was hyped as if it was the greatest game coming out this year, game of the year. I see people saying RIP Gears 4. I'm like, what does No Man's Sky got to do with this?
Oh, man. These people wilding. They wildin'. I'll
I
speak for
seen a dude put
myself.
hashtag. He put an image of No Man's Sky up, and he put hashtag Death Blow to Gears 4. And I
Oh,
was like,
serious?
what?
Serious?
Makes sense.
There's no comparison between the two whatsoever.
Man,
That's the type of shenanigans I'm talking about. No Man's Sky is definitely, I think it definitely is going to deserve the hype it's getting, but in comparison to games like Gears 4, just for the sake of using it as a weapon, is freaking ignorant. It's completely stupid. So,
yeah.
nah,
One day
I
I'm
can't.
gonna have to broadcast these dudes and make them famous, man. Because I mean, the complete asinine statements I see on a daily basis are ridiculous, man.
You see this all on Twitter, Facebook?
Twitter, Facebook. I mean, dudes just don't care no more. They just pull
You
stuff
know,
right out.
I actually got in an argument with one individual when we were talking about No Man's Sky, and they tried to tell me that it wasn't a niche game. Which, I mean, unfortunately, it is going to get a lot of hate despite the hype that it has with it, because it does cater to a certain kind of niche. I got into an argument with an individual because he tried to tell me that the only thing that constitutes a niche game are Japanese titles.
What?
That's dumb.
Yeah,
So
Japanese titles.
what is the definition of niche? What's the definition of
I've
niche?
heard, is it niche or niche? I've heard it out a bunch of different ways.
If you're speaking Francais, it would be niche.
If you're speaking American, it's niche.
Yeah.
It's niche. I've always heard
If
niche.
you eat red meat, you have a beer for breakfast, and a lot of bacon with that. Yeah. When you look up Merriam-Webster's, I think it's the fourth definition, because there's a bunch of definitions for it, but the one that we're looking at is it's a targeted market audience. So this style of game, like on the Xbox side, would be the equivalent would be something like Elite Dangerous. It is a niche or niche game for a specific audience. Not everybody's going to like it, and if we could clarify that niche or niche does not mean it has to be a Japanese title, because I don't remember the last time somebody referred to Resident Evil or Metal Gear Solid as a niche title.
I think when people think of Japanese titles, they can't open their mind up to think about games like Metal Gear Solid. They only think of games like Onigiri and stuff like that. Like, people look at those and because first off, it graphically looks like crap. It's a bunch of it's a bunch of nonsense going on, and so people equate all of those to being that is a JRPG. I'm not gonna lie. I played Onigiri for the first time, and my wife walked in like, I guess she thought I was watching porn. I don't know. I was, bro, like, that stuff is trash, bro. Like, them games are trash. Like, those are niche, bro.
Those are niche. Yeah, it can't be called a JRPG unless it's actually a Japanese RPG. It actually has to be an RPG. Every Japanese game is not a JRPG. So, yeah.
All right, so are we gonna move on? Like I said, it's obvious that PlayStation won that. We're gonna switch it over and not really go to a what's I want what, but we're gonna talk about Quantum Break. Microsoft, I have no idea what to believe from Microsoft anymore. Yes, we knew that Quantum Break is it's a third-party game by Remedy. Remedy mostly does all their titles for Xbox, and so at first Quantum Break was Xbox exclusive, and then it was Xbox and Windows 10 exclusive. Within the year, all of a sudden, this is a video game, and now it's going on Steam. It's like I don't know what to think anymore. Like, I know for Microsoft has come out and said they're going to try to ship more games to Steam. Then what's the point of creating an ecosystem if you're not going to keep your games in your ecosystem? Okay, you have people decide, okay, you know what, I'm okay with games going to PCs on Windows 10, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But now games are going to Steam, and they're going to be cheaper on Steam. You're going to get better deals on Steam. So you're once again screwing over your Xbox fan base. What do you guys think about? And like I said, I always think it's great when more people get to play more games. Like KF say, exclusiveness is somewhat anti-consumerism, but I do agree these consoles like that does, need some type of exclusive, whether it's console exclusive, platform exclusive, some type of exclusiveness. But I don't understand what Microsoft is doing. What do you guys think about this whole Quantum Break no longer being an Xbox or Xbox Windows 10 exclusive.
I'm gonna let my man Matt, if you want to speak on this first, I'm gonna let my man Matt go
Yeah,
first.
I don't. It's not surprising to me that Quantum Break came to Steam. I mean, you saw the same thing with Alan Wake after it sold poorly on the Xbox 360, right? Came out on Xbox 360.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not, and it wasn't a first-party title. You got to remember that. I don't think Microsoft's going to show any of their first-party titles down to Steam. They're probably going to try and keep it in the Windows ecosystem. But as far as third-party exclusives, like I wouldn't even be surprised if what's that? Scalebound. If Scalebound ended up coming to Steam either.
Yeah, that's another third-party game, a big third-party title.
See, that's the thing is with this is like really honestly what makes you want to buy an Xbox One if they continue to do things like this. It was supposed to be in the Windows, universe. We kind of adapted to that. We were like, at first it was like, why are you doing this? Then we got used to it. We're like, okay, it makes sense, I guess, that they want to do this. But then they got games now going to Steam. So for me, it's like, what is the point if they're always going to do this? Like for somebody that plays PC and consoles, what makes them want to get an Xbox One? Like for me, a console gamer, I'm like, I'm gonna stick with consoles regardless. But like for the PC group, it's like, what's the point? It's gonna come on Steam and it's gonna be cheaper anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
here's the thing,
what's
though.
the point?
Here's the thing, though. If you're on a PC, I think Matt had a great point. I just don't see them putting Gears of War 4 and Halo on Steam, and that's just. I mean, we said the same thing about games going to PC and period, but I just don't see them, those games, first party titles going to Steam. I think Microsoft want to continue to make the money out of it. And if you're on PC, Microsoft doesn't care if you use a Windows 10 PC. Microsoft does not care where you buy the game at, as long as you buy it on Windows 10, because everyone knows that these companies make more money off of software. That's right. They lose money on hardware. Everyone knows this, but they make majority of their money on software. So I don't think it's more of a why would you buy an Xbox, because console gamers, like you said, Nick, are going to always be console gamers. Yeah, some people will go buy a PC, but 9 times out of 10, most people who say that, I can just get this on PC, who don't have a PC yet, are probably not going to buy a PC because they're so used and ingrained to being a console gamer.
I see that. It's just like, it's just like, for me, it made sense that it was on Windows 10 and Microsoft, it was that's their platform still or whatever, right? But the thing is with me, like, how do we know for sure that their first party isn't going there? Because I really didn't see Quantum Break going to Steam. Like, I was convinced, and from the communication, that it was just going to be Windows 10 and Xbox One. So how do we know absolutely for sure that, let's say, Gears won't go on Steam one day?
They have a bit of a track record, because look at the third-party games. Dead Rising, Rise Son of Rome, they all went to Steam, but we have yet to see a first-party Xbox game this generation go to Steam. I just don't think it's going to happen. None of the first parties. There's no way. But there is a track record of the third parties. Like I said, Rise Son of Rome, Dead Rising. All of those are on Steam.
Okay. I didn't even know those had went to Steam. Like, I'm thinking like Quantum Break is the first one. I didn't even know those went to Steam. Oh.
No, and you saw what happened with Rise of the Tomb Raider as well.
Yep.
I just think it's, here go Cares a Gamer, Quantum Break on Steam is glorious, but the same people saying the game was crap and it sucked, but now they want to excited to play it because it's on the platform. I'm just saying.
So let me ask you guys this: does this have to do with the lack of sales for Quantum Break, or was this going to happen no matter what?
I think it's going to happen no matter what. I'm just surprised it happened in under a year. I figured, a year would go by if they did that. I think, the game didn't sell as well as they wanted to, obviously, but I think it had more to do with it was going there anyway.
I don't know. I think it's a little bit mixed and muddled. Like, I mean, from me and my perspective, I mean, it's not surprising. PC gamers, I mean, overall, don't trust Microsoft as it is. So chances of them actually buying it off of Windows 10 probably slimmer than what they were anticipating. So as far as for the third party to receive their money, I mean, it's probably best for them. It's probably not ideal, not what Microsoft wants to do, but I mean, I think that it's somewhere right down the middle. I mean, they got to hit those sales because otherwise they're going to look back at that and it's going to look like a flop for them, and for them to be able to convince another third-party studio to get on board and make another one would be pretty hard for them.
I think one thing's for certain that is no doubt, Dead Rising 3, Rise, Quantum Break, those games will never see the a day of light on the PS4. Steam is as far as it'll go. They'll never see the day. They'll never hit PS4.
Well, you said Quantum Break and what else?
Rise and Dead Rising 3. They won't hit PS4.
Oh, no, especially Rise. Rise, if it was going to hit PS4, it would have did it already. That ship sailed now. Dead Rising 3, yeah, I agree. Quantum Break is made by Remedy.
Yeah.
Depends on what type of deal they have.
No, I don't see there being a
Alan Wake
console exclusive for that.
Alan Wake never went to PlayStation, right?
Nope.
No.
Okay, well then I'm inclined to believe that based on history then.
Now Remedy's next game will be multiplat.
What's their next game?
Whatever game they're making right now is what the rumor is right now. The next game they're making is multiplat. It's supposed to be on PS4 and Xbox, but as far as the games they made right now, Quantum Break can never touch a PlayStation.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was published by Microsoft, so.
Yeah, that's true.
This is true. Okay, well there you go. Very interesting though. So what is everybody saying about the Quantum Break thing out there? Fame are they
Kev is happy. You know, he did buy it on Xbox. Thank you for the support, Kev. The game, we appreciate that. Yeah, most people really aren't really speaking on it. You know, so but you know it's all good. Shout out to B Money for being inside the chat. I appreciate your support, my brother. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and move on because there apparently is a Sony special event that's supposed to be on September 7th.
Yeah.
And the rumors are this could possibly be the reveal of a console that's weaker than the Xbox Scorpio.
Yes, indeed.
Two consoles that are weaker than the Xbox Scorpio. What do you guys think this event will be? What do you guys think? Do you guys think this will really be the PlayStation 4 Slim or PlayStation 4 Neo reveal?
It's for them to do something like this, it's got to be the Neo reveal. It's not going to be, just the Slim or anything like that. There's no way. And so I was just saying yesterday on the writer's block that I don't think it's, kind of like feasible for them to actually just out the blue, host the event or whatever, because the rumor was they were going to do it, and I was like, I don't see them doing that, but here they go. They're just out the blue, just bringing up an event out of nowhere. I mean, honestly, I guess this is definitely going to be the Neo, and it's in preparation for the October release of the VR system, because we all know that, the VR system as it stands right now, it needs this not big old adapter, but it needs an adapter to go with it in order to properly work with the current PS4. So, they're definitely pushing this thing out. Now, it'll be the Neo for sure, but as far as what iteration of the Neo is going to be, that's going to be remain to be seen. I'm just happy that finally they're revealing this thing, and finally the rumors are going to be put to rest. We're actually going to get the real specs, which are not those specs that everybody's floating around. It's not going to be that. I'm 100% sure about that. Sorry, guys. It ain't going to be like that. Definitely hyped to see what this thing is actually going to be, get the proper communication.
So you still think it'll be on par with the Scorpio? You think that the PS4 Neo will run native 4K?
Here's what I think it's going to be. This one right here that they're releasing right now, no. It will not be on par with the Scorpio. Yes, I know I made a bet with KidSmoove a few months ago and stuff like that, but I'm going to be realistic here. It's not going to be on par with the Scorpio. I'm inclined to believe this other rumor that's going around that they're going to have 2 iterations, and the next one is going to be on par with the Scorpio. So this one right here they're pushing out right now, it will not be on par with the Scorpio. I'm just going to go ahead and admit that right now. But it is going to be more powerful, obviously, and I don't think it's going to be as weak as those specs that have been released. No, it's not.
So that's the rumor that there's a PS4, because I've been hearing about a PS4 Slim, and a PS4 Neo. So you saying it's gonna be a PS4 Slim and 2 versions of the Neo?
There's gonna be another. There's gonna be another version.
Consoles in a year?
There's gonna be another version of the Neo coming out next year.
Three consoles in a year?
There's gonna be another iteration. Yes.
Do we have?
Yes, there is. There is.
Is there a firm confirmation that Neo is dropping this year?
No firm confirmation.
So it's
nope.
For the majority of it is just assumption, correct?
Yes, correct.
So
us
who's to say that it doesn't
yes.
just drop next year?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it could. Honestly, it really could. So they may throw me for a loop, and they may announce this Neo, and it be on par with the Scorpio, and it may come out next year. So yeah, you're right. It may be, but there's another rumor. Like I said, there's gonna be another rumor that there's gonna be 2 iterations, and I'm thinking that's maybe more of what they're going with.
But why would you drop 3 consoles in a span of 12 months?
So who said anything? How do we know for sure there's gonna be a Slim?
That's just part of the rumors. Like you hear, I mean, it's all rumors.
I don't think there's gonna be a Slim.
Okay, so B Money made a comment. He said he think they just renamed the Neo the Slim because they realized, we can't push this as a competing console for the Xbox One. He's some out words now, but that the Neo is just being relabeled as the Slim.
Yeah, they could do that.
One Slim.
They could do that.
So now people can say, the PS4 Slim is more powerful than the Xbox One Slim. But in reality, it's all damage control because the Scorpio was a beast, and so they messed up.
Well, I mean, that could work if they announce a PS4 Slim that's on par with a 1S as far as having a UHD drive and going. Well, I don't know about going back to the drawing board to match the Scorpio next year. But, I mean, September 7th, when they announced the thing, there's no way they would have made this whole event if it was just a Slim. They
That's
could
what
have done
I'm
that
saying.
at TGS.
It has to be the big boy.
It's not the Slim, no, and it's going to be the Neo, and they're not releasing a Slim and a Neo.
And if that Neo don't play native 4K, boy, everybody better call it the weak Station 4 because the Xbox One was called weak for running 900p versus the 1080p PS4 was called weak. So if people are going to have that argument that the console that doesn't push the high resolution is the weakest console, then I better hear you PlayStation fanboys say that the PS4 is the weak Station 4 and that it cannot compete with the great power that is the Xbox Scorpio.
Here's the thing, though. You got to wait all the way until end of next year before you even have that discussion because anything can happen between now and all the way to the end of next year. So we're having the Neo. The Neo is going to release before the Scorpio, so that's going to be on the market. The Scorpio is not a tangible thing. It's not a tangible thing until it actually releases. So there's no comparison until this Scorpio actually releases.
Hold on, but it's they've already said that the Scorpio will be native 4K. So what you think the Neo is going to be not be able to do it and then patch yourself up to play 4K natively?
I'm inclined to believe that, like I always say, that you can't count Sony out, and they've been on top all this generation, and they're going to continue to be on top, so you're not going to be able to count them out. So I'm inclined to believe that this Neo that they're releasing right now, it's not going to be as powerful as Scorpio, but I'm also inclined to believe the other rumor that there's another iteration that they already have out in the wild that's going to be on par with the Scorpio.
No, I doubt they release 3 consoles.
2. No Slim. 2.
Yeah, that's hard. So what do you believe this Neo will be then?
What, as far as like specs and all that stuff?
Another 1080p, 30 frames per second machine that can run VR.
What do you think, Matt? I've been talking too much. What do you think it's gonna be, bro?
Wait, hold on. Say it again. What was the question?
What do you think this Neo is gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be a flat, like as far as resolution and graphics, all that goes? Is it gonna be like 1080p 60? Is it gonna be 1440p 60? What do you think? How powerful you think this thing's gonna be?
From the supposed specs, it's probably going to be 1440, maybe. I don't know. But, I mean, we're not going to call it the weak Station 4 anyway because we had a meeting and we decided it's about games now.
Oh, that narrative going to keep switching, man.
Hey, the fun thing about being the market leader is we can make the narrative anything we want it to be.
Pretty much. He's right about that.
I just want to put a disclaimer out there that Matt out here lying. so I'm just saying, I just want people to be consistent with their argument. That's all I want. If 1080p is better than 900p, then we know the 4K is better than 1080p. So if 900 is weak, that means 1080 is weak. Right?
Yeah.
I just want that argument to stay consistent.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. You want things to be consistent. I definitely agree with you on that. I see a different perspective as far as all the resolution and all that crap goes as it is. But I mean, I get what you're saying, dude. You just want things to be consistent across the board, which it will never be. It's just never going to be. It's never going to be. No, it's never going to be. People are always going to flip-flop in what they believe and all that
Once
stuff.
you put somebody's back up against the wall, they're going to change whatever their argument is to fit whatever they need to do to get and weasel their way out of ways.
But this is why I screen cap so much stuff. I have dirt folders. If anybody know me,
This man
I got
here.
dirt folders, and I screen cap so much
He's
stuff.
out here taking
so,
pictures.
Yep, I'm waiting for somebody to change their narrative, and I got them screen cap. Oh boy, they better delete their social media accounts. I'm not gonna let them live it down.
Everybody's listed down in their own folder.
Yeah.
So if you on Twitter, you're in these Facebook groups, and you didn't talk about how power is what matters, don't you change your narrative. Don't do it.
So let me go on record on this podcast right now, and let's go ahead and screen cap what I'm saying right now for you guys. Power definitely does matter. And when I think of it like power or whatever, I can't compare consoles to PC and all that stuff because I'm a console gamer. So obviously PC guys are like, that's not power. Well, to me it is power, right? Because that's the world I live in. So power definitely matters. Now when it comes to this resolution stuff, 900p upscale to 1080p, not much of a difference, nothing to really say anything about. Now when you're talking 1440p versus 1080p, yeah, that's something to brag on, so like for me, I'm not gonna, be like, oh, yours is 900p upscale to 1080p, but mine's native 1080p, mine's better. I've never even entertained that thought because it's pretty much the same. So I am inclined to believe, definitely like what Matt said, that this Neo, I think it's going to reach the 2000 as far as resolution goes. Honestly, I think it's going to be something like that. Teraflops, don't talk to me about teraflops because I'm not even on front. I don't know what teraflops is and what it actually
It's that thing that
does
Michael
and
Phelps
all
did
this
in the
stuff.
Olympics, right?
It's a move by Magikarp and Pokemon. Teraflops.
So, I'm not a front-end gamer, bro. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know stuff that I don't know. But what I do know is I'm a firm believer in history, and history is showing me this generation that Sony has been on top, has done all the right things to stay on top, and there's no way they're going to allow Microsoft to sneak in and be on top. It's just not going to happen. So y'all just get ready. Y'all just get ready for more greatness. That's all I got to tell y'all.
I will agree with part of your statement. Power matters for the developers. As a gamer, power technically should not matter. Now, will people brag about it? Hell yeah, we'll brag about it. But the games should matter more to the gamer, whereas the power needs to matter more for the developer. If the developer needs the power in order to make the game in their vision, and it's not a broken game, and they send it out, just because it looks better on another system, is it really going to make that much of a difference in your experience? Now, I mean, it's not like we're comparing like original Xbox to a PlayStation 4 or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Power matters for the developer.
Mm-hmm.
The games should matter for the gamer.
But power and games, they go hand in hand for me, because like when we move from generation to generation, we're always expecting better graphics and stuff. And like shout out to Kev, but he doesn't understand what I mean by being a console gamer. Like if I don't experience, let's say for example, if I don't experience 1440p or 4K and all that stuff gaming, I don't know what that is. Like I don't know what that means as far as gaming. But like in the console world, I can see the jumps between, let's say, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4. I can see the jumps as far as graphics, resolution, frame rate, all that stuff. I see the jumps. So I become accustomed to that. And that's what I mean by power matters and stuff, because I want to see a jump each generation. And some people may say, oh, it's not that big of a jump and all that stuff. But for me, that's my opinion is it has been a good enough of a jump, and I'm satisfied with what I got. I don't want to play, like I said, older games that have the older graphics and stuff when I become accustomed to what is out right now. in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by power and games matter. And from a console perspective, now from a PC perspective, you can make this big machine, you can do whatever you want, all this stuff. I'm not accustomed to that. I'm accustomed to a closed box. I get what I get from the publisher. I get what I get from Sony or Microsoft. That's what I'm accustomed to. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna say power and games matter. You know, it is what it is.
Okay. Anybody else want to touch on this before we move on? Nobody? We done talking about the Weak Station 4?
It's not the Weak Station 4. It is the.
I'm sorry, Weak Station 4 Neo. My bad, bro.
No, sorry.
I think what's going to happen. I think that they'll announce a Slim for this year. I don't think the Neo's coming out this year. I think that they would be shooting themselves in the foot by releasing the Neo this year. As much as everybody's like, oh, get that year jump, it's not going to make that sort of an impact, especially if it's not as equal as far as technical terms go and that kind of standpoint. I think that they'll announce the Neo, but I think it's going to be something that is going to be released next year. I would care to bet that it comes about a month before the Scorpio drops, and I think within that time they're going to utilize it to make sure that the architecture is fully functional and is as maxed out as they possibly can get it. Get it as close to the Scorpio as possible if it's not as equal.
Dizzy, only reason why I disagree with that is because I think that this Neo is more like it's really needed for VR. I mean, because that's the future, that's their vision, and so I think it's going to have to come out definitely way before end of next year. VR coming out in October. This Neo is going to have to drop either December of this year or sometime beginning of next year. I feel like it's
the weakest VR on the market.
Really going to have to. How do you know that?
I just know. HTC Vive is the GOAT, and I don't care what nobody say.
HTC Vive is the truth. I'm not going to lie. But
it's the best VR on the market.
Let me as far as Neo, let me speak on Neo a little more real quick. So for me, I'm excited to see what the Neo is going to be, but at the same time, I will not be getting a Neo day one unless I have like a TV that will, be comparable to it, that will basically complement it. So like right now, I mean, I have the highest resolution my TV can do is 1080p. You know what I'm saying? No, Negro. I have 1080p. You know I'm rich. You know I live in the rich part of Texas.
Gator boots.
So for me, like I'm not gonna get a Neo day one because it's not going to be, it's not gonna suit my needs. I mean, so more power to people who got those TVs, but people who are hyping it up and stuff that don't have those TVs, you need to shut up, honestly, because you can't even get it.
If you don't have a 4K TV, just don't talk.
You might as well not. You might as well not, honestly. So
I do have 4K television, so I'm talking.
Oh, you're richer than me. Damn. I need to step my game up.
Man. Gucci suits.
I will admit, though, if the Neo was releasing a little bit sooner, because I actually just got paid by my job, we get a yearly, they call it a vacation pay, pretty much. It's a bonus. And mine, I just received mine, and if the Neo was releasing a little bit sooner, I probably would buy that, but I'm kind of being forced into getting a Xbox One S for the lady, which is actually kind of needed. She keeps trying to take it from me.
Yo, the Xbox One S is a great feature for even people who don't really game like that, just because it's the best value for a 4K Blu-ray player on the market. It's cheaper than most 4K Blu-ray players. So even if you're not a gamer like that, Xbox One S has an incredible value for casuals.
So they're doing what PS3 did with the Blu-ray.
Yeah, they took Sony's marketing and just flipped it on them.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's smart.
It is.
Yeah. I mean that's what Sony did to Microsoft this generation. Think about it. All the third-party market and all that stuff. That was Microsoft's bread and butter last year.
Dude, they took a page straight out of the Xbox 360 playbook and basically increased it to the max.
Yeah, a PS4 is like an Xbox 362.
You know what? The PS4 is what the Xbox One should have been.
Yeah.
Like real talk.
Continuation of the 360.
Real talk. Because look at it this way. From my perspective, I was a hardcore 360 gamer until the end of the 360 generation, I wasn't even thinking about PlayStation, but the PS4 to me looked like everything I wanted the Xbox One to be, and that's why I got a PS4. It really is. That's what they did. They took a playbook out of that, saw everything they were doing right, and just escalated to the max.
You are about to experience the greatness.
Get out of here.
So I'm happy for you, Nick. Like,
get out of here.
Hey man, we just released some indies just for you.
I appreciate finally y'all getting indies over there. I really appreciate that finally, because the Xbox Live Arcade, you guys freaking buried that. 360
PlayStation didn't care about indies until this generation.
I've always cared about indies. Xbox Live Arcade, son, I was all over it.
You know, I'm hearing rumors they're going to be bringing that back.
They need to.
I don't know why they got rid of it.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I don't know why.
It was amazing.
Isn't it Summer Spotlight now instead of Summer?
They call it something else. Yeah.
Xbox Live Arcade used to be all year long.
But the thing is that they used to really hardcore market it prior to. So even if you weren't planning on buying the game, for some reason they fucking tricked you into buying it. Pardon my language, but they did. But it was that good on marketing.
Yeah. That's the power of marketing, my brothers.
All right. So,
all right.
We're going to go ahead and move on to a topic that I really want to talk about. I want to hear you guys this biggest hypocrisy from gamers. You can even choose a side if you want this generation. So I'm going to let the giddy-ups go first.
The biggest hypocrisies this generation?
It can be a complete, like, all-around gaming, or you can even throw a shot at the other side, whatever you need to do, brother.
Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. So the biggest hypocrisy, one of the biggest hypocrisies this generation, I feel like, is
Whoa. How many you got, bro?
2.
Okay.
I got 2. Can I do 2?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I want to play fair. I like playing fair because I like winning, fairly. So first one is exclusives don't matter. I feel like exclusives have always mattered all last generation, going into this generation, and I feel like the mantra of exclusives don't matter anymore is because PlayStation has way more exclusives, whether people think they're good or not. They have way more exclusives than Xbox currently. So much so that, the Xbox full-on exclusives, even though they're on Windows PC, aren't even 100% exclusive anymore. So all of a sudden now the verbiage has changed to where exclusives don't matter. Exclusives don't sell consoles. It's becoming to the point where people are flipping the script just because PlayStation has more exclusives. I mean, when you really look at the exclusives that PlayStation has, they have over 100 exclusives, just full-on exclusives. I'm not talking about console exclusives. I'm not talking about time exclusives. I'm talking about full-on exclusives. When you compare that to Xbox, Xbox only has about 30, 40 full-on exclusives. That's a huge difference. And the thing about PlayStation exclusives is that there's something for everybody. That's why there's such a draw to the PlayStation system. That's why they can't figure out why PlayStation is selling like hotcakes still, why people love PlayStation so much. The hype is real. It's like there's so much for everybody that you can only get on PlayStation. So people who are saying that exclusives don't matter, exclusives don't sell consoles, they need to look at the sales figures. They really need to look at the sales figures, and you need to attribute, exclusives to that. That's one of the primary reasons why people buy PlayStations, for the exclusives. And, I mean, all over the world. We're not just talking about the U.S. People like to only think about the U.S. Look at Europe. PlayStation is saturating Europe, absolutely killing it because of the games that PlayStation has to offer. Look at Japan, killing it because of the games that they have to offer. When you look at Microsoft's console, yeah, they have a lot of third-party time exclusives, things like that, but full-on exclusives that you can only get on Xbox, there's not many at all. It's pretty embarrassing. When you actually look at the numbers online, it's freaking embarrassing, honestly. But that's the reason why exclusives don't matter all of a sudden because of those low numbers on that side as far as exclusives. So yeah, that I'm sick of hearing that. I'm really sick of hearing it. Like, it's like people are trying to brainwash you into actually believing that. It's absolutely untrue. Exclusives matter. Just because PlayStation has more, you cannot change it. It matters. It sells consoles. So
Council? Like what Jabari and them be doing?
No, you know I'm from you know I don't talk, right? I'm from New Orleans and Texas. Consoles.
My bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all want to rebuttal that or what?
No, we're gonna keep on moving forward with your 40-minute long answers.
You know how I am. Go ahead.
But continue.
Yeah. So go next. That's the only one I'm gonna shoot out right now. If we have time, I'll shoot out the other one. But Matt, what do you think the biggest hypocrisy, my friend?
I don't know. Exclusives was mine too. It's that they don't matter, because they do. They do matter. Otherwise, who would buy a Nintendo system?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would.
That's the argument. Boom. I'm done.
All right.
Matt, always keeping it real and keeping it simple. You gotta love him. You gotta love him.
I think that my biggest
This man here.
thing, since Matt's kind of quiet over there, I'll go ahead and go. Give him some time to think. I think the thing that I cannot stand the most this console generation is, and it's not even which one's right and which one's wrong, because they're both wrong. Fanboys, which I like to call these individuals fanatics, because I think it's okay to be a fanboy, because if you're a fan of something, it's all right to gush about the things that you like. But when it comes to the point of which fanatic is worse, I'm sorry. You both fucking suck.
Uh-oh.
I don't care if you're a PlayStation guy or you're an Xbox guy. If you gotta be so negative towards the other side because of games and plastic, mainly the brand, so much to the point that you forget that you got the console because you were supposed to be gaming, there's something wrong with you. There's a lot of medical clinics that you can go check yourself into. There's anger management classes that you can take up pottery. I hear that is very soothing.
Wow, take a pottery class.
But if you're one of these fanatical individuals that has to take time out of your day, for example, to go make videos about another man because they like something else.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, they're
That's real talk. That's real talk right there, dude. That's real talk.
And I know last time, sorry to cut you off, but I know last time we talked about like how console wars, they used to be fun.
Yeah.
And it's okay to make the subtle jabs. We all do that. We know who we're talking about, the ones that cross the threshold. And I'll drop the mic there. I'll leave it to you.
That's what's up.
So, I got a couple as well. Number one, as far as biggest hypocrisy is the game in this gen, is I'm gonna dive back into the word exclusive. Now, on the Xbox side, we've said the word console exclusive, and the PlayStation guys are constantly saying how those aren't real exclusive, blah 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 blah. But then turn and glorify the word console exclusive for Street Fighter V and No Man's Sky. So I just don't see how that doesn't work both ways. If an Xbox guy says, oh, that's a console exclusive, and then they get laughed at, but then PlayStation guy turn around and rip No Man's Sky, Street Fighter V, and amongst other games, because a lot of PlayStation games are supposed to be exclusive or really console exclusive, but it's okay when it's on the PlayStation. And number two. Actually I got, I'm gonna go three. I don't care. We were screwed over last week. I'm gonna go three.
I got another one after this. Go ahead.
Number two, I hate how logical thinking is only used for PlayStation games. For example, when No Man's Sky released, of course people were talking crap about it. We all know how it goes. But then PlayStation guys will come out and say, this game isn't for everyone. If you haven't played it, stop talking about it. It's not for you, then why are you talking about it? You shouldn't care. Move along. I'm playing it. I'm enjoying it. But then in the same sentence, turn around and crap on Recoil or Scalebound. Even though they haven't played it and the game may not be for them, they still crap on the game. Because No Man's Sky has gotten a lot of shit, but the PlayStation guys are defending it, saying it's not for everyone. Have you tried it? Have you tried it? But those are the same people who will crap on an Xbox game. And then my last hypocrisy, I'm coming at the PC community.
Oh no!
It's time for console players to unite, sort of. So, if a game releases on both the Xbox and the PC gamers will say, I'll buy it on PC because I have a powerful rig and it's the more powerful and better version, the definitive version. But will then have a PC and PS4 and buy games like No Man's Sky and Street Fighter on PS4. Even though the PC is the more powerful and definitive version. You see, we have to PC gamers, a lot of them are big hypocrites. Because when it's the Xbox, it's about power and stuff like that. But when it's the PlayStation, they bought it on PlayStation, but they have no rhyme or reason why. Because I thought your PC was so much more powerful.
What happened?
I'm just saying.
Oh man, what happened?
I'm just saying. For a brief moment, Xbox and ponies unite. For a brief moment.
Yeah, for a moment. Now back to the war.
Back to the war.
Back to the freaking war. So yeah, definitely good points there, Fang. I definitely agree with what you're talking about there. Especially when it comes to the hypocrisy as far as games go. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, we all have our preferred platform. True indeed. For me, you know, it really is about the games. You know, the reason why I prefer, you know, PlayStation is because of the type of games that are on PlayStation. But if they didn't have those types of games, then I wouldn't prefer PlayStation. It's just at the end of the day. I think some people, they get into this, you know, corporate slavery to the point where they're worshiping the actual company, and no matter what the company throws out, they're good with it, and they're going to defend it and protect it no matter what. That's where fanboyism crosses the line, because, you know, people, they hate the word fanboy and all this stuff, but by definition, we are all fanboys. We're fanatics to an extent about the things we care about and we love in gaming. We're fanatics to an extent. So, you know, I don't mind being called a fanboy, but yeah, the corporate slaves are the ones that take it that far and will sit there and, like you were saying, say a game like Recoil is trash when Recoil freaking, I'm just going record, looks amazing. It's one of the reasons why I want an Xbox One. I mean, it's reminiscent to games that PlayStation guys love, like Ratchet and Clank, you know, all the platforming games and stuff that we love, you know, typical PlayStation gamers love. The Recoil is hitting that, you know, on the nose. It's a new IP. We love new IPs. You know what I'm saying? Graphics look amazing. We love graphics. So it's really everything that a PlayStation guy should like. But just because it's on Xbox, you know, people are going to dog it and stuff. So I don't agree with that, and I'm definitely not a fan of that, and I don't support stuff like that at all. So my last one is going to be, you know, a hypocrisy is going to be the one where all of a sudden sales don't matter. Okay, sales don't matter. So hear me out. What I hear a lot is that sales shouldn't matter to gamers. You shouldn't, you know, talk about sales and this and that or whatever. I understand that, and I get that to an extent. But we're not kids anymore, everybody. You know, we're grown men and women. It's okay for us to look at the business side of gaming and actually check out sales and see the trends of the industry and things like that. It's perfectly fine to do that. Sales definitely do matter. They matter to gamers because if games don't sell, let's say a new IP comes out, it does not sell, and you really like that new IP, they're not going to make another one. Okay? So sales, money matters in the industry. So sales obviously matter. But it really started, again, this generation, because PS4 has been absolutely dominating in the sales, right? So much so that it was used as such ammo that, you know, a lot of Xbox guys, they went in their shell and all that stuff, and then we've adopted the sales don't matter thing. But PS4 hardware and software has dominated pretty much all gen, and now Xbox. A lot of Xbox fans are screaming, sales don't matter now. You shouldn't worry about it. You're not a real gamer if you talk about sales and all that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not buying into that. They definitely do, and yeah, they matter to everybody. I'm sorry, Kev. Kev said they don't matter to me. Yeah, they matter to you. They matter to you to an extent because, like I said, if you like a game and it's a new IP especially, and it doesn't sell, you're not getting another one. It's just the facts. So yeah, that's my thing. That's another one I cannot stand. I can't stand it. Sales matter. They do. I'm sorry.
Now I do want to get a quick prediction from you guys before we get up out of here. We all know that the PlayStation has pretty much dominated the NPDs since birth.
Yes.
As far as this generation goes.
Yes.
The Xbox One S has been selling like crazy. Regardless of what people are saying, it's been selling really well. I think the 2 terabyte versions are sold out at most places. So with that being said, will the Xbox One S be the reason that the Xbox wins the NPDs in August?
Yeah.
In August?
Because it released on the 2nd of this month.
It released on the 2nd of this month, and then also the 500 gigabyte releases on the 23rd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which will be another big boost.
If they do win, yeah, that would definitely be the reason. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, if people like new things, people buy new things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
I would be more inclined to believe that something like No Man's Sky could affect Sony being on top, but because of all of the negativity that does go around, a lot of that, I think that it'll be enough to boost it. Barely.
Whoa.
Barely.
I will say.
Let's be honest. If they would have released a game alongside it, like a big hype exclusive, I think that you would see a much larger gap between the sales. But because they didn't release it alongside a exclusive game, I don't see it giving a drastic push.
Here's the thing. Depending on what the date that the Neo will be released, depending on what that they're going to announce it, but depending on when it actually releases, Microsoft kind of set themselves up to take August and October because October is when the Gears console drops. I know there's a lot of people waiting, for that Gears console. So I mean that is a huge game. I mean, Gears is a console seller. No one can doubt the Gears is a console seller. So they set themselves up nicely to take August and October, which is a small win, but a win indeed.
An ironic point I think of October, like I know that we're talking about Gears and everything, but we're not like really looking at one of the other things that might have a bit of a drastic holiday push that nobody's really thinking about that. Which of the games look better? Be honest. Does the new Call of Duty, look better than the new Battlefield to you guys?
Oh, man.
Call of Duty. I mean, screw Call of Duty.
I'm gonna say Call of Duty because I like sci-fi better, so it's gonna look cooler.
Okay, so that for you say Call of Duty.
I'm gonna say Battlefield looks better. Call of Duty does not look bad to me, but I'm gonna say Battlefield definitely looks more impressive.
And you, Fame?
Battlefield.
And I would go incline a little bit more with Battlefield. And the good thing about third-party marketing is people are going to look at it, and your average gamer is going to obviously know you can buy Battlefield and play it on your PC, you can play it on your Xbox, you can play it on your PlayStation 4. But for mom and pop that don't know two things about consoles, they're going to say, oh, well, Battlefield's on the Xbox. Oh, this really nice red Xbox. I could see Battlefield actually giving a huge push alongside that 1S, just because of the marketing standpoint.
Don't forget the power of Call of Duty, though.
Yeah, I still say the best shooter this holiday will be Titanfall 2 because the first Titanfall is the best first-person shooter this generation. I don't care what no one says. I'm sure Titanfall Princess agrees with me.
I'm pretty sure she does. I'm going to be inclined to say that Killzone was better than Titanfall.
Okay.
Whoa.
Here's the thing. Nick is supposed to be coming. Nick, did you get permission, bro? Yeah, I put you out there, bro. I don't care.
Look here. Let me tell y'all what goes down in this house. You heard me? Nah, I didn't get permission from my wife yet, but I'm gonna ask her tonight.
Because I need Nick, because he got his Xbox One coming. But I need him to come over to my crib and jump on some of these games, like Quantum Break, Halo 5, Titanfall. I need him to come experience these games.
I play Titanfall. I don't like Titanfall, but I will play Halo 5, and I definitely want to play Quantum Break for sure. But I play Titanfall. My friend had it. He had the big old stupid statue and everything, hyping that crap up, and I didn't like it. I did not like it at all. So I didn't absolutely hate it, but it didn't appeal to me. Like after 2 matches, I was like, okay, can we play something else?
I always thought that the slower pace of Battlefield was my cup of tea, and then I played Titanfall, and it messed me up for games. I can't go play another first-person shooter because if it feels slow, which I think this is why I like Overwatch, because Titanfall was so great and it is very fast-paced and everything, and Overwatch is very much on the same page with that. I couldn't even go back and play Battlefield 4 because I just felt so slow and sluggish. And and Destiny's not far behind Titanfall. I think that overall it's probably a better put together first-person shooter. But even sometimes if you play a couple of games of Titanfall and then you go try to play Destiny, you still feel slow and sluggish. And Destiny's not a slow game either.
No, Destiny was better than Titanfall. Destiny's shooting mechanics way better than Titanfall.
No. But your pace is everything whenever it comes to first-person shooters.
It just depends on what type of game you're playing. Like if you're going to play a super fast-paced game, sure. But I think freaking Destiny was well balanced. The gun mechanics were way tighter and better.
Oh yeah, and I'll agree with you with that. But the pace, just the pace itself, is different.
Yeah, it's different.
Nick, you're gonna try Titanfall again this weekend, bro.
Oh Lord, help me. Okay, yeah. I'll try it. I'll try it again. I mean, I'll try it again, man. I'm not opposed to trying games and stuff, bro.
I mean, the main mission is for you to be on Halo 5 so we can get ready for this match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You throwing all these other games, but Halo 5 is the one I really need to be playing. I need to go through that. I need to go through a couple of missions in that campaign and get familiar with the guns and all that stuff. Then I need to hop online and see what these trash-ass Xbox guys are about these days.
Boy, we know PlayStation gamers don't play a game unless they got a sword and a little girl with a skirt on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Y'all don't like grown man games.
You better start hating on my Japanese brothers and sisters out there. You better stop. We gonna come get you with the swords like some ninjas out here.
Man, I think that's all we got today, man. Before we bounce, I would like everybody to go ahead and shout themselves out again. Let's go ahead. We're gonna let the giddy ups go first. Go ahead, New Tight, which is he's not a real giddy up, but he'll giddy up today.
First, Fame. I'm gonna say, as an Asian person, I don't like those impressions one bit.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.
I didn't know Matt was Asian.
I deal with it out of my respect for you, but come on, bro, you're better than that. Hey, thanks for having me, guys. It was fun. Check out TiCGN. Check out my articles. They're mostly about Nintendo, but they're decent reads. So go look at them.
Man, decent reads. Matt is the A1 since day one writer on TiCGN.com. Ain't nobody touching Matt's views on the website right now, so ain't no they are right. Matt's articles are great, man. Make sure you guys go check him out, man.
For sure,
Nick,
man.
no, Nick, you co-host, so you going later. Dizzy.
I'll go later.
Thanks once again for having me out here. I'm sorry that I put everybody on bad time, on a bad time frame. That was my fault. If you follow me on Twitter, pretty much half the time I'm bitching about art.
All right.
That's it.
And my co-host, my light-skinned brother from another mother, my TiC Texas partner, Mr. Nickodemus X.
What is good, man? It's definitely been another great podcast for sure, and Yeah, I'm definitely was happy to be here talking to you guys tonight about Xbox versus PlayStation, keeping it funky, keeping it real, keeping it gaming, all that good stuff. But yeah, definitely check me out on YouTube, right here on YouTube. I actually have a humble YouTube channel, all gaming related, none of that BS drama and all that stuff. I speak my opinions on that thing. Some of you guys may or may not like my opinions, but they are my own thoughts. So you can always be assured of that. Not a follower, I'm a leader. Also, check me out on TiCGN.com. I do put out some articles. They're never as great as Matt's articles, but I put out some pretty good content myself, so check that out. In particularly, I wrote an article on an interview that we did at QuakeCon 2016 with Dennis Thresh Fong, the Grandmaster of Quake, the pioneer of esports. I wrote an article on that, so you guys who are into Quake esports, you know who Dennis Fong is, or even if you don't, check out that article. Very good interview. Definitely loved meeting him. Me and Fame had a great time talking with him, and all that data is in that article, so please check that out. Yes, but that's it for this week from your boy Nickodemus. Definitely good to be here, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Nice, man. Yes, so this is episode 4. Episode 5 will be in 2 weeks. For those of you who are watching and trying to figure out when we do the show, it is a bi-weekly podcast. It's every other week, every other Wednesday. I want to say once again, shout out to my buddy Matt Newtype for subbing in for Miss Minnie, who has gone MIA. Make sure you guys check out our website, TiCGN.com. I do have a mini-series that I will be starting fairly soon. I should be getting the first one pushed out by tomorrow. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this series. I will have videos to coincide with the series. Once again, thanks for everybody on the panel for showing up. Everyone else inside the comment section, Kev, B Money, Titanfall Princess Man. Much love for showing us support. And as always, the old king is dead.
Oh God.
Long live the king.